Most YouTubers play Yu-Gi-Oh, but with a twist. Me? I play with none. Welcome to Just Playing with Yu-Gi-Oh. Yo, what is up, guys? Sindel Prince here, back with the second episode of Just Playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And today, I have a pretty big announcement. I will be partaking in a new series made by one of my friends. His name is J Rive. I'll leave a description, a link in the description. But we are doing a new series together where we will be playing different decks and doing all sorts of goofy stuff. And we'll be alternating channels. The first episode will be on his channel when we get there. But to prepare for this new series, we are going to construct some decks for this. And we're going to start by making a new deck, and we're going to title it J-Rive Series Blackwing. I'm not going to spoil too much yet, but we're going to start by making a Blackwing deck. So the way that this is going to work is we've banned, well, not necessarily banned, but we've gentlemaned out multiple different floodgates. So stuff like Gozen and Rivalry are just not going to be on the table, which might make deck building a little bit hard here. So we're going to start by putting in, actually we're going to go like that, because all the good Blackwings, believe it or not, have reference other Blackwings. So we're going to start by adding triple Black Whirlwind. I mean, this is just the best card in the deck. It's going to allow you to add extra extenders to your hand. It's a great, phenomenal card even to have. Another card that I like to play is this Blackbird Close, I believe it is. So it's like a negate that you can set, and you can search it in some cases as well, by just sending a face of Blackwing to the grave. So if you start a combo and then it ends up flopping, and you just have like an extra guy on the field, Blackbird Close is going to help sort that out. Next up, we're going to put in triple Bora the Spear, because he is just a free special summon, has decently high attack. I believe we're going to put in some of this new guy, Chinook the Snow Strike. So you can send him from your hand or field to the grave to target a face-up your opponent controls. Quick effect. Okay, so this actually is not that good. We're not going to be playing this. I lied. It's just worse Kalut. And Kalut is just not even played anymore, unfortunately. I'm going to play Triple Gale for now, because Gale is just a low attack Blackwing. It's a tuner. You can just special summon to the field. Unfortunately, there's no Gofu. I'm going to play 2 Harmoniton to start, since you can just special summon him similarly to the others, but you get to alter his level in interesting ways. So it's just going to help you smooth out certain plays. We'll go triple Chris, same thing as Bora, different effect. We'll play 2 copies of Orochi. We're definitely going to play 2 copies of Nothing. This is one of your better cards. It's going to give you an additional normal summon of a Blackwing. Which is going to proc your Whirlwind a second time. Shamal, I believe this one's good as well. Send it from hand or field to the grave. Place a Black Feather Whirlwind, which will allow you to continue your plays. We'll play 2 of them. Up next, we're playing triple Simoon the Poison Wind. This card is broken. It just immediately places a black rule and then just allows you to just normal summon a Blackwing. I mean, it's going to give you that additional normal summon. Phenomenal part. This guy, the Illusionary Stark, is a phenomenal starter as well because it gets to add, I believe you can just add this immediately to your hand. Yeah, Blackwing Dragon, which is really good. It's also allowing us to tribute monsters to summon level 2 tokens that are tuners. Great card, normal summon. If you normal summon this with a black whirlwind on field, you can search Gale, which is an extender. Twin Shadow. Return 2 that are banished in the grave to the deck or extra. So you just get to quick synchro a synchro. And if you have 2 Blackwings, you just activate it from your hand. Okay. We can play like one of it because it's searchable. I think. Yeah, it's searchable through our Illusionary Spark. And you can just activate this, say the end of a combo, to continue playing triple Veda. This card is phenomenal. You can just slap it down on the field. You can synchro from the deck. You can send this card and 1 or more non-tuner Blackwings that equal 8. We can play a Vayu, I think, for now. We can play a Zephyrus. Zoda the Timely Knight. You can only use one with normal special. You target a monster, return to the hand. This card is not phenomenal, if I'm being honest. We'll play an Obsidian Hawk Joe. This card comes out actually quite a lot because you can just revive one of your higher level Blackwings after you use it for a synchro summon. We'll play a full armor monster. That is the reason that you play the deck. I'm thinking that we're going to play anti-reverse in the side. This is great back row hate for Blackwing, which is always appreciated. We'll play an armor master. We can put an arm wing in for now. Since we'll probably have to go back and add some cards, we're definitely going to want a couple Boreas. This is a great card. We're going to want 2 Feather because we can search it off of this or this. Just place it on the field. We can play... let's see here. Let's go double Reikari. This one's really good. A Soha. This one because it's funny. This one. Let's see if there's maybe any other synchros that we'd like to play. Stuff that maybe just doesn't mention Blackwing in its text for some reason. Can't think of any off the top of my head. This is pretty standard. Something that we can do also is we can resort to Google, which we will do. So it's just like we can go to Google. Let's just search up Blackwing deck post Darkwing Blast. We'll just take a look at a few images, maybe see what we can find. Because I believe Lithium has made a video about the Blackwings. Oh, I'm forgetting a huge part of the deck. No, that's not what it's called. What is it called? It's not very good, but still need to play it. The black has a hyphen. The Black-Winged Dragon. Play one of them. This card is synchroed. You can, by banishing, each time your opponent activates a monster, you put a counter on it. It's going to burn them for 700. During your opponent's turn, you contribute... Oh, okay. This one's good too. We'll play this one as well. This so far is capped our extra deck, but we can always make edits and changes and the such. Honestly, not necessarily a fan of this list because it's playing bad cards. This one is not very good. I don't think it's not like a free special summon. You have to tribute summon that, which is not needed. You have to tribute a Blackwing to special summon this guy. Treat as a tuner. I'm not necessarily a fan of that one. It's like maybe a fine one of. Yeah, this one's just not that good. Allure's, that's fine. We can play Allure. It's going to just make our hand a little more consistent, cycle us through our deck a little faster. Let's check out the extra deck because that's where we were really having some thoughts. Hulk. That's actually, it's interesting. And Baron. That's also a pretty good card, I would say. I mean, as we know, I'm not very proficient when it comes to Baron. However, it is a good Synchro 10. As we learned, honestly, Raid Raptor, the Rise Strips. So we can summon. Okay. So this is just like a free monster. Interestingly enough, if we want to cut one of you and cut one of you, we can play a Y-Strix and we can play a Hulk. And then if we decide to cut Shidori, an interesting card that we can play is a Borreload Savage Dragon, since at this point, if we summon a Hulk and then link into, or I guess you wouldn't have to do it that way. Regardless, if you're able to get, actually, I don't know if that's what we'd like to do then, because this says it can't be used as link material, and it also requires Dark-Winged Beast, which Hulk, believe it or not, is not a Dark-Winged Beast. So perhaps we're looking for maybe a link 3 that we can make generically. We could use that does something important or not important. Who knows? Decoy Talker, bro. It's 3 negates. It's crazy. We could always play Unicorn, although I don't know if we have space for that. A Winged Beast. Dang. Imagine if we had summoned Sork. That would be phenomenal. Bardiche is honestly interesting. Since it just needs darks, but I don't know how consistently we can make that. Something that we could perhaps try at some point. Speaking of try Gate Wizard. Haha. I am funny. No, I'm not. Perhaps we could do a Trisbania. It's not necessarily amazing, but it's a dark monster. Just needs effect monster, so it's something that we can go to off of Hulk. Which we can use to go into Borreload. Is this just too many resources to commit just to making a Borreload? That's something we might have to think about, because it probably is, from being honest. But this is what testing's for, right? Like, we can cut this Arn Wing for now. We can put it in. We can see what happens. Nope, we don't want to delete the deck. We do want to save it. Now we're looking for a couple of extra main deck slots. playing maybe some hand traps might be pretty decent. I'm thinking maybe, because this would be, I'm going to say probably, let's play just Ash Blossom. It's like a good generic hand trap. Although we can always change that later. In a really bad situation, it's a tuner, right? Solo mode real quick. We'll just save this for now. Now this is just like the testing portion of the deck where now we're going to see like what the deck can do by just, doing some test hands. So we're going to start with this to normal summon. We're going to pick up any card that mentions the Blackwing Dragon. So that could be our Twin Shadow if that's something that we'd like. Although I don't think it's what it's going to be. Something such as, because see, sometimes we'd want to grab Shamal, but we already have one in hand. So, as well as we already have the Vada, which is a once per turn, I believe, special summon. Yeah, it's not going to do a whole lot. And this is a once per turn, I think, as well. Maybe, yeah, it's a soft. Oh, it's a soft once. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to pick up this, I think. And then we're going to activate it. And then we can use Shamal, place a Black Feather Whirlwind from my deck face up, which we will do. And it's important that it's a soft once per turn, since being a soft once per turn means that both copies will be able to trigger. We can now special summon our Vada the Knave, can use its effect. So we get to send this card on the field and one or more non-tuner Blackwings that levels equal 8. So unfortunately this value has been stuck to our hand, although I don't necessarily know exactly how we would make 7 in terms of, because that'd be 3. You need 8, so 5, a level 5. So I guess that would be why you would want to play level 5. That's important to note. But I think for now we'll send it. So we need 6 more. I think instead of just sending, do we have a level 2 that we'd like to send? And send like another copy of itself. I think in this case we'll set excuse me. I think we'll set a moon. And we God, my voice right now. So now we get to summon a Black-Winged Dragon, I believe, from our extra deck. A Black-Winged Dragon, which we will do. So Blackwing Dragon's a level 8, and the Assault Dragon is a 10. So if we get a level 2 tuner on the field, which we may be able to do eventually, we can always make our Assault Dragon, which is one of our better cards. But for now, we have a Blackwing Dragon, which is going to trigger both of our Whirlwinds to revive a few monsters. We'll use these effects. So also it's important to note that the Shamal will trigger, but I don't think we'll be using it in this situation since we can just summon 2 guys and we can just synchro it off in a minute. So now we can make a level 4 or level 6. And if we make this 6, we can make like a 5 using an additional normal summon on Vayu, and Oh, it can't be used as synchro material. So this has to be in the grave. So this is effectively a brick for the purposes of this. Send Blackwing from deck to grave. Yeah, so this is also this Boreas, the Evil Wind, is something that we can also use to send the Vayu. So it was really unfortunate that we drew it. So I think the play here is perhaps make an 8. Do we have another 8? Is that... Yeah, that's a 7. Might not have another 8, which might be pretty bad. We might also want in this deck because now we're coming to find out rather how difficult. We need like more 8s is something that we're looking at. And yeah, maybe a rank 4 as well. Wouldn't be too bad. We could also just hard make a 10. Which honestly might not be that bad. Because we can... Because we have materials for a 6 here. You can just special summon Chris from our hand at any point, which can be for a 10, which means we can just make Baron, but then we just have the Shamal just sitting out like that, which just feels bad. We could also go for these in a 6 to make Nathung, and then additional normal summon Vayu, then make these into a Hulk, and then we'll have this 6 of 4 plus any choice of a tuner. Which could be not the worst. Additionally, we have Su3, who can always tribute a monster, make a level 2 tuner, which is maybe something we want to do, since we can... Because I'm trying to think if there's... We also have Y-Strix, which is something that we could do, and we also have the Trisbania line, because we have materials for the 8, so maybe we just make a Borreload and equip it with like a Hulk. Just leave it at that. Or we can make Baron. So we could also make Baron using Vada and Blackwing. So if we make Baron using that, then we have materials for an 8 plus potential Hulk lines. I think we're going to try that. So we're going to synchro these guys into a Baron. We want to do this first since Baron can negate something even on your turn. Which is pretty good since in case your opponent has something like a Nibiru. It's always not a bad option. We're going to put these two, I think, into a Y-Strix, which is going to summon a level 4 Dark Winged Beast from our deck. Yeah, any choice. So this could be... Ooh, another interesting thing that we can do is we can summon Zephyrus, and then once it's in the graveyard, we can use its effect to bounce one of these whirlwinds, which we can use to loop something, although I don't think that's going to happen, all things considered. We could summon Simoon. All right, hold on. I think we need to wind up, which is okay because we're in a test hand. But don't do this in an actual game, obviously. Like, let's back up a little bit. All right. So if we instead put these two into a copy of our Blackwing Assault Dragon, then we can link these two as we did before into a Y-Strix, and then go into our deck and actually grab a Simoon. Then we can do a pretty cool thing where we go a 6 and a 4, which actually equals 10 this time, believe it or not. So now we end on this Y-Strix, which is a little useless, but it's It's fine, I guess. We have a Blackwing Assault Dragon, which is going to eventually perhaps nuke the field, and we have a Negate and Baron. Now, you might be saying that this sucks, which is fine. It does. And there's probably better stuff that we could do with it. But for a first iteration of a Blackwing deck, this honestly is a pretty good starting point. Since for the challenge, building a Blackwing deck, it should hopefully be paired against something else at equal power level. But you guys will see how that pans out once we get to that. But anyways, that is it for the second episode of Just Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.